What's up, Cyber Realmers? Welcome back to another video. Today's topic is gonna be about one of the characters that I think belongs in Mortal Kombat 1 as a DLC guest character. And you see him right on the screen, and it's no other than Michael Myers. Michael Myers deserves to be in Mortal Kombat 1. As much as Mortal Kombat 1 sucks, as much as it's too easy of a game, it has a lot of issues. As much as people want to cope and claim that the game is so hard and for skilled players and etc., when it's not, right? We already had Freddy, we already had Jason, we had Leatherface, and that's as much as I recall about guest characters that are basically from horror franchises, right? And if they bring Michael Myers into Mortal Kombat 1, that would be freaking amazing. And if they bring him back, I want him to look something similar, if they can't make him 100% exactly like Halloween 2018 or H40 as we know it, right? This Michael looks the best. The mask is the best. His brutality is the best. Like James Jude Courtney, who played Michael, did such an amazing job as this character that this is my favorite Michael out of all of them. And of course you can have him have alternate costumes, right? You can make him wear his 1978 costume, which is the first Halloween movie, but we call it Halloween 1978 because there's like maybe 3 or 4 Halloween movies called Halloween. And just like Mortal Kombat 1, even though there's another Mortal Kombat 1, you know, we had to differentiate from the 3 to 4 movies, right? And this is from Halloween 2018, which takes place 40 years later after the first Halloween movie. So I don't know why they never called it Halloween 40 years later or something like that. But I love this Michael, and if we zoom out a little bit, I'll let you see what he looks like. Yeah, sure, he's older in this one, but you know, you can always make him look younger and, you know, keep the aged mask with the cracks on it and make him look honestly scary. You could do a lot with the character. You could have sound cues, you know, when he does certain moves, maybe in his intro, maybe in his fatalities. You know, he has a whole bunch of sound effects or special sounds that they play throughout the movie. Like if he's stalking someone, you hear the doom, 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 right? Or you hear the theme song, which is right? I know I sound pretty stupid doing that, but it is what it is. And other theme songs that you can use or play, or you know, NetherRealms can come up with their own versions of those songs. And I think it would be cool to have them, like, to have these different cues playing while, you know, you perform a fatality, a brutality, an intro, because he's not gonna talk, right? You know, you can have him have all these moves because he's more like, unlike Jason, Michael uses hands more, and he has a knife, which is, you know, not as big as a machete, and you can play around with that. And you know, you can make him creepy and whatnot, and that would be amazing. You can add teleport, because you know, serial killers can teleport in horror movies. You know, you can do all that crazy stuff. And for fatalities or brutalities, you can have like movies, scenes, you know, reenacted. Hell, even an intro, you can have like Laurie Strode running through the screen. Well, not through the screen, but into the screen towards us, and then Michael's like behind her walking, and all you can hear is doom, 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 doom. And then once she leaves the screen and you only see Michael standing there, and Michael turns his attention to the player, and when I mean the player, I mean the enemy, and that's his intro or whatever, and you could, you know, do a couple random intros, because, you know, all characters have like 2 or 3 intros, and the other character does their thing and whatnot. That would be great. The fatalities I already explained. Brutalities, same thing. You can make your own stuff, or you can bring back things from certain movies, certain kills. His outro could be like something scary. Of course, you're gonna have your stupid cameo next to you. Oh god, I fucking hate those things. I really hate them. Passion. But yeah, as another alternate costume idea could be his imposter. So, spoiler for those who don't know, right? Michael Myers in Halloween Ends has an imposter named Corey Cunningham, right? And long story short, Corey loses his mind and takes Michael's mask and becomes, you know, a serial killer himself. Doesn't last long because, you know, time restraints and corporate getting into, you know, the business of the director and stuff, and you know, basically ruining that aspect of a new serial killer. And I know some people didn't like it because of elitism. I already debated a whole bunch of people before, and there's never anything factual. It's always some stupidity about how Michael should always be the killer. And I don't mind that, but I also like them trying new things. And, you know, imposters exist in real life. Complaining about that is stupid. Right? So, like, you know, I would like to see this as a costume. Basically the imposter costume, which is not the same coveralls at all. I actually know a buddy that I won't say his name, but he was in the film, in the actual movie, by the way, which was kind of cool and stuff, and he got to wear the costume and whatnot, but his scenes got deleted or some shit like that. Well, at least him in this costume anyways, got deleted. There was another person that played under the costume. Actually, there was 2 more. But he did some other scenes because he does look like Corey in real life. So he did some scenes that did make it in the movie, but it wasn't in costume, unfortunately, which sucks. I would have loved to see him in costume. And yeah. So, like, I would love to see like a lot of things for Michael if he makes it an MK1, for example. It just came to me, right? I was thinking, what if Michael does a fatality, right? Maybe they do something like try to burn him alive, like the enemy player does that. Maybe they throw a Molotov or something, and the Molotov basically caught on fire, and basically what happens is that his body gets engulfed and he walks out like in Halloween Kills, which basically he has the half-burned mask and whatnot, and maybe, you know, he comes out with some flames on his body or something like that, but you can see the Halloween Kills look coming out of the flames, and then maybe he kills the other player and does a fatality based on Halloween Kills or whatever, stuff like that. You know, it all depends on, you know, NetherRealm's budget, which I doubt they'll try to do anything amazing with the character, but I guess we'll see, because I don't really care for Ghostface on a personal level, and excuse me. But yeah, I think Michael fits the Mortal Kombat universe way more than these stupid superhero character types that they try to shoehorn into the game. Like Omni-Man is all cool and all that, but he doesn't belong in the Mortal Kombat. Peacemaker is brutal as shit, sure, but he doesn't belong in Mortal Kombat. What other stupid superhero characters? Homelander definitely doesn't belong in Mortal Kombat. These are like comic book characters. It doesn't matter how brutal they are, how brutal they're not, they don't belong in Mortal Kombat. But horror characters, I'm more lenient on because it kind of fits with the mythos of Mortal Kombat. Like, for example, and this is a quick one since this is a Michael Myers video, right? If Blood Rain was put in Mortal Kombat 1, she would make sense. She's a vampire and etc. That makes sense. You know, Freddy made sense. Leatherface made sense. Jason made sense. Stuff like that. But superhero stuff definitely does not make any sense whatsoever. And I would love to see Michael in the game, and I would love to see him with other costumes as well. His gear set should be his mask, to be honest. His mask, or maybe his knife, or maybe his coveralls. No, not really, because that's a palette thing. So yeah, never mind about that. Maybe the knife or the mask, preferably the mask, so you can alternate the costumes and whatnot. But I would love to see Michael make it into Mortal Kombat 1 because we need a horror character. And I know they want to put Ghostface into it, and that probably would be cool, but I don't really care about Ghostface all that much. So hopefully we get to see Michael and he's a fucking badass. You know what I mean? Sound effects, fatalities, you know, his own combos. Hopefully they don't try to pull things from Jason. I actually would like to see them be smart enough to talk to the guy who basically made Michael in Halloween's 2018, which is James Jude Courtney. I've met James Jude Courtney a few times. Cool dude. And I think that, you know, if they're gonna have someone play Michael, you know, like motion capture and such, they should, you know, definitely allow him to come back and do the motion capture. That would be great. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you let someone else do it and they don't really care about the character, it's gonna look whack. And I would rather have someone that actually gives a shit about the character. And if Mortal Kombat, or rather NetherRealms, is gonna create their own version of Michael, at least make him look scary, bro. Don't make him look weird. I was glad Jason came back and came into Mortal Kombat and whatever, but his costume wasn't that great. It was mediocre. Let's be real about that. You know, if they're gonna go with a costume for Michael, hopefully they take a lot of inspiration from 2018, and I do hope that they also bring the imposter costume. I hope they make their own costumes as well, or bring some movie costumes. But no, in NetherRealms, they're always gonna go the cheap route and expect you to pay a whole bunch of money. So with that being said, I think I've talked for so long, and you know, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. See you later.